I know this is a very late review, but I don't care. I'm not sure when you'll be seeing this video, but I made a poll on my channel asking whether or not you guys want me to make a review on the show Angry Birds Mystery Island. And after an overwhelming vote and a bunch of comments saying yes, I obliged. Angry Birds Mystery Island, the latest Angry Birds show to release this year. I myself usually don't watch the newer Angry Birds shows because I just don't care. But with this one, it was a different case. The art style reminds me a lot of Angry Birds Summer Madness, which, believe it or not, I have never watched it. Before we get into the actual review, I want to talk to you all for a minute. If you're wondering why I'm only talking about the first 8 episodes, it's because at the time of writing this script, only the first 8 are available to watch. Obviously, there's going to be more, but let me know if you want me to make a review on the rest when they do release. Second thing, the reviews. I remember one source saying that the show, Mystery Island, was worse than Velma, which, let me say, that is very much an exaggeration and 100% untrue. I watched the show myself, and I can safely say, I will take Mystery Island any day over freaking Velma. Besides, there's not one show on this planet that's worse than Velma. Oh right, that's the thing. So, what is Angry Birds Mystery Island? The best summary I can give is think of it as Scooby-Doo, but with the hatchlings from Angry Birds. And there you go. You get Angry Birds Mystery Island. Now that you know what this show is, let's talk about episodes 1 through 8. Episode 1 is the introduction to our 4 main characters of the series. Mia, Rose, Buddy, and their foreign exchange pig, Hamilton. The episode starts with all 4 stuck on the island, and not even 1 minute into the episode, it clearly shows us that this was made for a child audience.
The ground is lava. The ground is lava!
Yeah, this is the kind of humor moving forward. We actually get to know how they got stranded on the island. It was because of him. This pig says that he goes to the dump on Bird Island, which this should confirm that this show takes place in the movie universe, because it reminds him of home. Well, congratulations, Hamilton. You're the reason you got your friends and yourself stuck on this island. By the way, Hamilton is British, if it isn't obvious already.
What did all of you get for number 3?
I think it's disgusting that you're working at this time on a Sunday.
Nothing interesting happens. They build a catapult, they fail, they go to sleep, there's this island monster thing that's teased at the end, and that's it. Episode 2. Mia comes up with an idea to build a shelter, but before they do that, they have a beach montage. For what reason? I don't know. It's established that Mia is the leader of the group, or that's at least what she thinks. For almost the entire episode, it's just Mia treating her friends like absolute crap. She learns to treat her friends better from this voice that sounds exactly like her, speaking to her as if she's Ben Kenobi or something. But yeah, they build a shelter, it rains, end of episode. Episode 3. The group finds an egg and tries to get it back to its family. They nearly die by doing so. And that's literally the entire episode. What else do you want me to say? This episode is where the pop culture references set in. I'll get to that in a minute. Buddy finds a worm, tries to eat the worm. It turns out that the worm is this giant worm creature thing. It goes after the group. They barely make it to the raft they built. They lose Hamilton. Oh wait, he's okay. And then Rosie and Hamilton recreate this scene from Titanic. Now, I'm gonna be honest, that caught me completely off guard. I actually chuckled, not because the scene was funny, but because of how corny the writing is. It's absolutely horrendous. They come up with a plan to get back to their shelter. Buddy lures the worm away, but the worm goes after its friends. Buddy then blocks the worm as if he's Gandalf. what the hell is happening? So, the reason why this worm thing is so aggressive is because there is a tire stuck around its neck. How did that happen? No idea. They get the tire off, the worm becomes friendly, episode ends. I'm sure you've noticed by now that I'm not going into too much detail when summarizing these episodes, because barely anything happens. And I'm sure you guys don't want me to explain how Buddy was almost eaten by a flytrap only to be saved when his friends start singing to the plant. Let's continue. Episode 5. Buddy finds a cell phone with a wooden phone case in a plastic bag. When he takes the phone out of the bag, the phone is fully charged and has service. Somehow, on an island with no civilization from what I know, in the middle of nowhere. Now, you think the most logical thing to do in this scenario is to use the cell phone to call for help. Well, no, that's not gonna work. The phone has no contacts anyway. When Buddy goes on the Angry Birds equivalent of YouTube, How to Get Off a Deserted Island, we see Stella. Off topic, but her voice and personality reminded me a lot of my own Stella in my Angry Birds Plus series. Just have a listen.
Yo, what's up, my beautiful followers? It's Stella here. As you know me from my Instagram vlogs.
That's low-key funny. Everybody ends up goofing off on the one cell phone. Mia is a TikTok influencer, Rosie achieves her inner peace, and Hamilton references Squid Game. They finally decide to use the damn phone to call for help. The phone loses its signal, but they get it back and are barely able to post the video. And then the phone dies. To be honest, it should have been dead the moment it was found. But at least the group's effort wasn't for nothing, as the video goes instantly viral. 905.4 million likes?
Damn!
All you need to know for this episode is Mia and Hamilton compete for who is the better cook. I'll save you the time. Hamilton wins, and Mia is jealous. No surprise. Buddy and Rose get addicted to Hamilton's chocolate truffle dish, like how Gen Alpha is to iPads. They become so addicted to it that they turn into literal zombies. How do Mia and Hamilton save them? Just tell them that there are no more chocolate truffles. No, seriously, that actually worked. I know I skipped a bunch of stuff, mainly because it wasn't really interesting. Do you all seriously want to know how a crab uses these truffles to control other crabs? This episode is probably the least creative one of the series so far, since the plot is literally taken from the movie Groundhog Day. And only a genius would guess who the victim is. If you haven't watched the movie Groundhog Day, it's about this guy, played by Bill Murray, who becomes trapped in a time loop. Basically, you're stuck repeating the same day over and over and over again. Need I say more? Last episode. At least for now. Rosie goes out to find some gold and seashells when she encounters this thing, whatever it is, I don't frickin' know. The others are skeptical of trusting the creature, but they decide to give her a chance. Yes, it's a her. The dolphin creature, who Rosie names Finny, offers to take them home. They build a boat, they leave the island, get caught in a storm, almost die. Geez, how many times have these kids escaped death? They are then rescued by Finny and her mother, and it turns out Finny is a child, just like them. In the end, Finny is reunited with her mother, and these 4 freaking kids are still left stranded on the damn island. So, that was Angry Birds Mystery Island. Now, what do I think of it? Was it as bad as I thought it was gonna be? Honestly, not at all. Is it better than Velma? Absolutely it is. Is it a good show though? Absolutely not. Sloppy writing, characters nobody cares about, a tedious plot that's been done a million times, aimed at newer Angry Birds fans. I'm gonna say it, this show was unnecessary. I'm sure no Angry Birds fan asked for this, but it's not like Rovio cares what we say anyway. As long as they make that bread. Overall, I would rate Mystery Island a 5 out of 10. Oh, and if you're thinking about whether or not you should give this show a watch, honestly, don't even waste your time with this show. There are definitely better ones out there. But that is what I think. What are your thoughts on Angry Birds Mystery Island? Do you think it's good, bad, or neither of the two? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe and turn on notifications so that you'll never miss a new video. See you around!